Hi, Arik here from Psychomain's Academy. Today I would like to show you how to replace a brake cable on a bike. But before we begin, as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Okay, if you're ready, then let's start. Brake cables are mainly made of two materials. Galvanized steel. Significantly less expensive to manufacture, however susceptible to rust, causing the cable to seize in outer casing and eventually to break. Stainless steel offers great resistance to corrosion. Thanks to its sleek surface, it travels in outer casing much more smoothly. Some stainless steel cables are also coated or polished to further reduce friction. Brake levers use different cable ends. Barrel end cable is used on flat bar levers and parent cable on drop bar levers. Tools required: 5mm Allen key or 8-10mm spanner. They are used for releasing and tightening the cable at the caliper. Cable cutters. They differ from pliers and snips as the blades cross over each other. 1.5mm Allen key or a pin, useful to brace the closed up PTFE tubing. Removing the cable. For drop bars, first remove the handlebar tape up to the brake lever and any sticky tape or insulating tape holding the cable in place. If you have a full casing on the rear brake, make sure that you remove any attachments such as cable ties or plastic retainers. Find the end of the cable where it is attached to the brake caliper. Undo the retaining bolt. Where it is fitted will probably be flattened and may be frayed, so cut off the wire so that it will be easier to remove. For V-brakes, remove the rubber boot and noodle and set aside. Pull off any outer casing and also set aside. If there's more than one piece, remember which length goes where. For caliper brakes and cable disc brakes, reset the barrel adjuster on the caliper. For flat bars, turn the barrel adjuster and lock ring on the brake lever so that the slots line up with the slot in the brake lever. Pull the lever blade and slide the cable through the slot. Swivel the cable so that you can release the end of the lever. For drop bars, pull the brake lever and keep it in the open position by attaching it to the bars with a cable tie or tow strap. Gently push the brake wire from the trimmed end so that the cable hook unit stays in place. The pair head will emerge from the lever. When it is a little way out, hold the end and pull the wire out of the system. Preparation. When replacing a cable, it is good practice to change the outer casing and ferrules as well. The outer casing needs to be cut to the right length. Use the old outer casing as a guide. If you have fitted a longer stem or wider handlebars, the new outer casing might need to be longer to allow full handlebar movement. When the cable is cut, because the inner is coiled, the metal can curl over the hole and stop the cable from passing through smoothly. Use your cable cutters to snip off the offending end. Also, the thin piece of PTFE tubing can close up when cut, so use a very thin piece of metal like a pin or a 1.5mm Allen key to brace it open. When you have cut and trimmed both ends, run the inner wire through it to make sure it runs smoothly. Now fit the new ferrules to match the old ones. They are designed to stop the outer casing unraveling. For V-brakes, check the noodle for damage. If it's bent, the cable might not be able to pass through it smoothly. replace it if necessary. Check if the ferrule is required. There are three main types of noodles. 90-degree angle. This noodle is used for rear brakes and also front brakes where they are operated from the left-hand side lever. 135-degree angle. This noodle is used for front brakes where they operate from the right-hand lever. Flexible. This noodle bends enough so it can be used for both front and rear brakes. Fitting the cable. For flat bar levers, take the cable and slot the barrel end into the lever. Slide the cable through the slots on the lever, lock ring and barrel adjuster. Turn the lock ring towards the end of the barrel adjuster. Reset the barrel adjuster. Fit the required piece of outer casing. For drop bar levers, take the cable and slot it into the cable hook unit. Push the cable all the way in so that the parent sits in the cable hook unit. You might need to manipulate it a bit as it has to fit in a designated slot. Release the lever. Fit the required piece of outer casing. Now place it along the bar and tape it so that it stays in position. Now replace the handlebar tape. Watch our video here if you're not sure how to do this. Route the outer casing, making sure that it is entangled with the other cables. Fit the outer casings in the required stops. If you have a full casing, attach it to the cable guides. For V-brakes, fit the noodle and slot it in a bridge. Now refit the rubber boot. For cable disc brakes and road brake calipers, slot the cable through the barrel adjuster and into the pinch bolt. The next step is the brake adjustment. You can find out here how to do it on rim brakes. Click on this video to learn how to adjust disc brakes. Don't cut the cable yet, leave it until after the final adjustment. Thanks for watching, and let me know in a comment below how you got on replacing a brake cable on your bike. You can also find great articles on our blog page. I've attached the link below this video.